Over the next 3 minutes or so, we're going to talk about independent clauses and how to combine those independent clauses with the coordinating conjunctions. So the first thing that we have to talk about is what an independent clause is. An independent clause has three different things. The first is a subject, a verb, and then it gives a complete idea. So let's look at this sentence here. I will never go to Wendy's after they found that finger in the chili. So the subject here is I. So I have my I. Let's see, now I need a verb, will, and then finally a complete idea. I will never go to Wendy's after they found that finger in the chili. That gives me my complete idea. So that is an independent clause. And this is very, very, very important for when you are writing because independent clauses have very strict rules on when you can combine them. I already have a video about semicolons, and this is the other way that you can combine them that is most commonly used. The fanboys represent the coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions are just a set of selected words that can combine those independent clauses. Think about it like this. There's a list and you got to be on the list just like getting in a nightclub. They don't necessarily mean anything, but you have to remember what these coordinating conjunctions are. You got to be on the list just like a nightclub. They are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These coordinating conjunctions are the words that can combine two independent clauses. So remember that independent clause is going to have a subject, a verb, and a complete thought. So if I have two of those, all I have to do is a comma and then one of those fanboys. So if I have an independent clause, comma, and independent clause. You can see the pattern, it is right here. There's your two independent clauses, and there's your comma fanboys. Make sure, of course, you always put your period at the end of the sentence. So again, these are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These words can combine those independent clauses. How do they make this difficult sometimes? Make sure that you don't use a word that is close to one of these but is not one of these words. The word also means very similar to and, but it is not a coordinating conjunction, so it does not count. Also, the word however is very, very common. It means very similar to the word but it is not a coordinating conjunction, so it cannot combine two independent clauses with just a comma. So let's take a look at a couple of examples here. I will never understand my parents. So I'm looking for my subject, my verb, and my complete thought. So that is going to be an independent clause. They will never understand me. That's they is my subject, will is my verb, and then understand me. That's a complete idea. So if I have those two complete independent clauses, I can combine those two with my comma and then coordinating conjunction. I will never understand my parents, comma, and they will never understand me. I went to Hot Topic, subject, subject, verb, to Hot Topic, that's giving me my whole idea. I, subject, left, verb, and that gives me a complete idea. I left when it smelled bad. All I need to do to combine those is going to be my comma fanboys. So I'm going to do comma but. I went to Hot Topic, comma but I left when it smelled bad. Finally, I will never go to Florida. I made a beach in my backyard. I will never go to Florida, subject, verb, subject, verb, I made. Both give me a complete idea. I will never go to Florida, comma, coordinating conjunction, so. I will never go to Florida, comma, so I made a beach in my backyard. So remember, if you have two independent clauses, that there are very, very specific ways to combine those. One of those ways is to do a comma fanboy. Those comma fanboys are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. And all you have to do is put a comma and then that word. Make sure that when you do this that you have those two independent clauses. A very, very common mistake is to have an independent clause and then a dependent clause and then to put a comma and. I like turtles and like frogs. Notice how I don't have a subject there. So I like turtles and like frogs. That means that I won't need that comma there. So if you have any questions, just drop it off in the comments. We'll help you out. Take a look at the semicolon video for the other ways that we can combine two independent clauses.